Hello and welcome to another Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Stage Showcase. This is the last showcase in the series because there's only 4 more stages that I built so far, that is. Anyway, here is the first of the stages and it's one of my favourites I've made so far. Stage Builder! Yes, it's another meme stage. You have a knockout zone on the left and a giant pit on the right, which is wide enough that even the characters with the best recovery cannot recover from if they're knocked back far enough. You've got an object representing a guy standing on the edge of the pit with his back turned, and if you hit the switch on his feet, he falls very slowly into the pit. I recommend using kicking moves on him. Slight issue with the stage, as you saw, Zack there hit the switch in the middle of the falling animation and he stopped, creating an extra platform. I suppose that adds an extra dimension to the stage, as it were, but it wasn't really intentional. I might have to look at that once I put this stage up online. The stage is based on a film. I wanted to have some epic music playing in the background while you fight on it. Yes, I know that this is a really old meme that is in no way relevant to today, but it's one of the classics, so why not? Here's a brief insert as to how epic the Sparta kick can really look on the stage.
This is Sparta!
Hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you for the next stage. This stage here is not really based on anything. This is just a generic dojo stage made to be the home for both Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee, the 2 Mii fighters that have been shown off previously in the Mii Fighters tournament and who you can see here fighting each other. It's a flat plane of a stage, so the ultimate in competitive viability, with some scrolls hanging in the background with fake Chinese characters on them, representing the origins of both fighters here. Not much else to say here other than it's a stage and it exists. So I'll see you back later for the next stage. this is Nintendo headquarters, because if you have all the various different locations from Nintendo's history in their video games, then why not have the actual Nintendo headquarters themselves? Both Reggie and Miyamoto here fighting on top of the Nintendo headquarters, and yes, it's another flat stage. That said, there was not a lot I could do with this kind of concept, but on the flip side, it is actually really hard to fall off the stage and recover with any meaning, because the stage is extremely wide and covers up pretty much most of the playing area. So you could easily knock your opponent out of the zones and they won't have much chance to recover. So it'd probably be a battle where you probably see not very many KOs, but if you do get your opponent close, then they risk losing a stock, so try to avoid the sides if possible, but this is Smash Brothers and you really want to get your opponent over there, so inevitably someone will end up on that side of the stage. Most of the detail in this stage went into making the windows, which you barely see when you're actually playing the stage itself. And yes, the Reggie Mii is effectively out of date now that he's no longer in charge of Nintendo of America, but even so, that's the risk you always run if you're making Miis based on well-known public figures. Not much else to say about this stage, except see you for the next stage, but before then, just a quick reminder that none of these stages are available on Nintendo Switch Online yet, but they will be available towards the end of June. This is the last stage of the showcase. This is Tetris Temple. I've saved this one for last because it was the first stage I created in the stage builder. I guess that shows in a way, but instead of having falling blocks like in how Tetris would normally be, this time the blocks serve as platforms in a very vertical stage which has walls on the side, so it's more about trying to knock your opponent off the top and bottom of the stage and not fall down. That being said, there is a ladder on the right hand side of the stage that allows you to get back and climb up to higher portions if your character is struggling to climb the Tetris blocks. But that is an option as well. The right hand side of the stage sees a next text and a Tetris block that will be coming up next, but that is background objects. You can't actually stand on those objects. If you try to, you'll just fall down really, and you're on the other side of the wall from where the ladder is, so that's highly not recommended. You can, however, stand on top of the walls either side of the main Tetris area. This stage was one of the first ideas I had for a Smash Bros. Custom stage in general, let alone Ultimate, so naturally it was the first one that I tried to make in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Admittedly though, Tetris is a very well-worn path when it comes to custom stages, as seen by the fact that on the first day there was a Tetris stage on there that was getting loads and loads of hits. By the way, did you know that back in the Brawl days, IGN had a website where you could save your custom stages that you made in Smash Bros. Brawl and upload them to the internet to share? It's a bit like the modern equivalent of what we have now in Smash Ultimate, don't you think? That was shut down. And so ends the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate stage showcase. That's all the stages I have made so far on the game. So the only question is really, what now? See you for Super Mario Maker showcases!